casting for you this last match of tonight. Fodder is still here with me though. Say hello, Fodder.
Hey, was just casting last match.
Unfortunately, we missed the pistol round and the knife round. Our production member was MIA, unfortunately, but should be good now. Temp did win the knife round, and they decided to stay on CT side. Took the pistol round as well. It came down to a 1-on-1 as far as I remember, right?
2v1 actually, but
2v1, yeah. Alright, correct. You're right again, as always.
Well, it looks like it's actually a reasonable start. They actually have already gotten one pick with the Steagle Force, but we're looking for at least one more in a bomb plant to really make this investment worth it. And the smoke's fading, so that might cue them to execute. The problem is they don't have anything to execute with. They have to dry peek every angle. Jumpy's going up cat, working, but he's actually holding an off angle behind that barrel. He just saw his head, he just missed it. It's a really clever off angle there.
Nice jump here by Jumpy, jumping down in towards CT spawn, takes down Day. Now getting a very good position in CT spawn. He picked up the FAMAS as well. Corny over on the beams, B side, getting in trouble.
That trade was huge there from Kabam there.
Jumpy still in CT.
This round is already a success at this point.
Getting the plant, getting 3 members down. It's a very good round. If he can hold it off, maybe get another kill, a single kill more. Did he manage to cross without anyone spotting him here? That would be huge.
The Molotov gave it away, unfortunately. Saw exactly where it was thrown from Xbox. Yeah, they knew exactly. They were pincering right on with based off of that cross replacement movement there. But he does get 3 kills. They do get a bomb plant here, so that's considered a successful round, as far as they're concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you always on a force buy want to do as much economical damage as possible and make sure that you get some advantage in the same fashion.
Just a bit of a technical pause here. Nothing too serious.
It's not because of us or anything.
No. Something to do with the broadcast, from what I understand in chat.
Yeah, that's not us.
But it seems like they're actually just going to full eco here. I would not suspect them to go for any kind of hasty buy here, because they got the bomb plant. I mean, unless they want to buy Tech 9s with full utility or head armor AK with no utility, then they honestly should just save. Maybe a few P250s. Oh, they actually invest armor.
Actually, this pause from us coming in here is huge for AliGon. They get the time to talk about, okay, what do we want to do here? Do we want to force it up? Or do we want to take the eco as you suggested?
It's kind of a mix, though. They don't go all in with it, so it's like this really middle ground thing, and usually that doesn't bode too well, but we'll see how it goes here. They're going to get some fast catwalk control. CT's playing incredibly passive, and it's going to be all on whether or not they can make read of this, because I don't think the CTs are expecting this kind of buy at all. They might get a little bit aggressive.
This kind of buy does give them the possibility of buying full up next round.
It does, but it also forgoes an op unless you're going to get really, really crazy with what you're buying. Maybe even going glass cannon.
Correct.
And they're getting shut down on this crossfire here.
Good job by Ants from CT.
Another bomb plant though, so now they can get the op. Anything past this point is just icing on the cake here. They've got what they wanted out of this round.
I want some getting a very good round. Great job by Cobra. What?
The 180. 180 there with
Amazing
Tech
job
9.
by Cobra. That was beautiful.
That was absolutely stellar there from him. They didn't even need that. It was already a success. That was just completely demoralizing for the CTs. And
yeah,
you can see it. You can see it in their buy. Triple scout or spy. They want to end it here. Absolutely. And that's a horrible start.
Great job by Nito though. Takes down Kabam over on long. Bit of a consolidation prize here early on.
Pretty smart play there by Jumpy. He's actually dropping the AK in the dumpster there and just leaving it. They don't want them to get any of these guns here. They know it's a force buy and there's a few pistols out there. Tag's coming out, but I mean, once you know that there's a scout on the platform doing the jump peeking, you're not going to just keep sitting there picking an aim duel against somebody who has the ability of jump shots against you. So,
Exactly. At least you shouldn't. But
oh,
we
they
have
really
seen-
want to fight this. They're actually sending the opera to go after this guy, but if he gets tagged and he misses, oh, they need to back off of this now and just do something else. They're wasting too much time on one scout. This is what they want. This is basically what Envious bottlenecks teams into. This is the same kind of track that Envious sets. They just bottleneck you, they just slow you down with these tags and scare you. Bit of poor positioning there from Day. He was just like jumping in the middle of nowhere. We're not expecting someone just to flat out push ramp. And what looked like a scary round is just going to turn completely on its head there. That could have easily gone the CP way there.
I totally agree. If they switched it up a little bit and got in a better position, he could have destroyed them on their push from long.
It was a good exiting kill there, but more of a consolation than anything else. Because that was a... I mean, they triple scout bot into that. So they were looking for a win, not just exit kills.
Very expensive round, forcing them on an eco here.
Pretty much a full eco. All I'm seeing is a flash and a 157. That's it.
Well, that's a P2K, but yes, other than that.
Oh wow, yeah. I actually assumed that was going to be a 5.7 for a second because usually if you're going to buy a flash, like what are you going to do with a P2000 with a flash? You're going to have to get like 2 back-to-back dinks instantly with that pop flash to make it useful. And look, they're just getting mowed down. You kind of just assume it's going to be an upgrade pistol to get a flash. Like why else would you get the flash? What's he done with it? Nothing. And they're just getting overrun everywhere.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's 200 wasted.
Yeah, I was giving them benefit of the doubt there for a moment, but that was a flawless round from the T side there. Now their economy's not amazing. It's 7 grand, 4,900. It's not that great, but still.
It's not bad either.
Yeah, it's not bad either, and they've already got their op set up. And the key thing here is the op already has 4,900 in the bank. He can buy another op again if they lose this round. It looks like a pretty standard default here. Bombs dropped all the way in spawn. Pretty standard spread. Looks like they're eventually going to be working towards mid control. CTs, there's no way they're going to get long control at this point. Unless they dedicate 2 or 3 people to long, the Ts are not going to get long control at this point. They've already had been pushed up to barrel. It's been smoked off. It's getting chain smoked like Inferno. So it's looking like it's going to have to be some kind of mid or cap play here.
That is exactly what they're going for right now, AliGon. Remember, slowly walking up towards catwalk. Do you see Sentries playing on ramp here?
Very, very slow, but they have the utility to do it. They have 3 Molotovs. They can molly plat, they can molly goose, they can molly ramp. And the boost, yeah.
Unfortunately, Sentries in
I wouldn't have seen the off
perfect
angle.
position.
I wouldn't have seen the off angle barrel he was holding last time on the sliding box.
That would see pretty
time.
much every single position except what he was playing this round.
Right. It's a bit unfortunate there. They based a lot off of that. Like the dedicated player to do that and waste that much time. Because look, they have 30 seconds left. Sure, they
have to commit to this long push now.
Yeah, but the problem is they got so much long control earlier. Here it is. Now the call's coming in. They knew it's coming. They're all getting counter flashed. Again, what? Was that flashed? Everyone was full white. That was insane. But they had 10 seconds to make this happen. And they're getting shut down.
Everyone chiming in here. It's all up to Sellers. He will go down as well. Coney takes him down.
A lot of crazy frags happening that round. People getting full blind flick entry headshots on headshot angles, and then people just getting triple sprays through smokes. Pretty insane stuff there. But in the end, it does kind of settle down. The CTs do bring it back, but again, there's that op, because he had 4,900. He's not in any position where he's worried about money. Unless he loses this round. Pretty much a full buy across the board again. All the utility they could hope for, plus the op.
Yeah, the only member missing utility is Cobra. Other than that, remaining members, full utility. Nito again in a good position here over on long, taking the long control just like he did last round.
Yeah, and they're being very smart about it. They know that you can't possibly be up cat at a certain time frame, so they're just dedicating 3 players long early on with an op and 2 rifles and make sure they get long. Then they can just leave one guy really aggressive like Nito's doing right now. Now he's just able to play that Cajun Beast spot, which is so powerful from Carr.
And as you pointed out, the long control is something we see more and more tier 1 teams doing actually. Either getting a member into pit or close long in BK spot, for instance, very close to door.
Yeah, this is a very classic setup. In fact, from our discussion earlier, an NA team is actually a team that came up with this idea a long time ago. To just send 3 people long, forget cat, and then op cat from a ramp or car, or game helper, which is what it used to be called. Very strong. As you can see, you need so much utility. You barely got flashed from that. Thankfully, they're going B, but that could have been terrible for them. They're getting shut down anyway. Like, the entry is just... I don't know what happened there on that B take.
Ants even managed to get one through the door from middle.
He needed that kill in mid. Now he can at least lurk, and that's going to cause him to get distracted. Ants just looking at mid because of that. Taking advantage of that, actually peeking from window. Really intelligent play there. Just playing off of his teammate's position. He's going for the retake. Just jumped in. But unfortunately, the antics were enough there. He gets the jump kill, but the trade was too immediate there. And that's going to force him on... Yeah, jumping M4 while spraying.
Why not?
Yep, CSGO. But unfortunately, they're still going to be broke after this. Now, at least they get an upgraded pistol with this flash this time. That's definitely not some crazy new model for the P2000. So let's see if he actually makes something happen with this combo, because that's a huge investment. That's a lot of money to waste if you do nothing with it when it's supposed to be a save round.
Especially a Deagle. I could understand with 5.7, as you mentioned before, or a P250.
But not with a Deagle. You're supposed to hold angles with that, not play aggressive. And the flash tells me you want to peek and do something aggressive.
Unless he's setting up a pop flash for one of his team members.
That's the only thing it could be that would make sense. They have an NOA stack in mid right now, which is a nice throwback. But with unarmored, like barely upgraded pistols, even if they went mid, they probably wouldn't have gotten shot down.
Oh, look at the read coming in from AliGon.
Yeah.
Taking off B side. There's no one there, no one home. It's very easy to take the B side when there's no one to challenge you.
Well, I mean, they got the read based on the fact that there was so much mid presence. I mean, they probably didn't know exactly that there was NOA stack, but based on the fact that they weren't seeing anything contesting vision in tunnels like that from platform or barrels, anything, you have to think, okay, well, it's a save round. What do teams usually do on a save round? Well, they're going to maximize their chances. They're probably going to stack a site. And if I recall, they didn't buy a smoke, did they? So they probably didn't actually cross mid without getting a count. So it's basically like you give your team a free wall hack if you don't smoke mid. You're just showing them the setup for the other team. They didn't even smoke it this round, and it's a gun round. They saw 3 people cross. And now you see them just pushing out long because they know 3 crossed.
This is
a free read. Look at that, and he's just out of position because of it. He's not expecting this high pace.
And as you point out, free wall hack right here. It shows a lack of communication on Temp.
Yeah, somebody needed to throw that smoke. They had 3 smokes. Somebody needed to throw it. It's the most important smoke on this entire map.
If you don't have a smoke, then at least throw a nade.
Yeah,
Do
same
something.
Concept. Yeah. And nothing at all. You're basically saying, hey, well, this is our setup. If you're even remotely competent, you should probably know what to do against it. That's basically what you're telling the other team. They see 3 people cross. Of course they're going to barrel out long with grenades. Especially when they know that the CTs are hurting for their economy as it is. Like, this was not a healthy buy. They didn't have that much to begin with, so they know that you probably don't have the counter grenades to just blindly throw a grenade preemptively at long A tunnel. Oh, don't! I was a bit worried that was a missed opportunity, but he does actually get that final kill there. So they only saved 1 rifle out of that too. I would highly doubt they would buy behind just 1 rifle. That'd be a huge error.
But what they need to do here, in my opinion, is once again get a smoke. drop the smoke in middle. They didn't get a smoke. 2 members cross B. It's already spotted by AliGon. And you can see, once again, heavy long presence from AliGon.
Yeah, because, I mean, you're basically just... You might as well just say in all chat what your setup is if you keep doing this, because it's not like they're not going to pick mid, they have an op. So...
Totally agree.
And the thing that irritates me even more is look at what they bought in exchange. They bought an upgraded pistol that's the same as a smoke. They could have possibly won on their own.
Yeah, as I was about to point out, I wanted one to smoke middle, and then they maybe going for a sneaky push in upper tunnels, getting some information, maybe gathering a frag on top of that. But instead they're just, well, not yet at least throwing the round away, but giving all the information that AliGon need here.
They have all the utility to act upon it.
Oh, look at this. The game sense. AliGon slowly walking into B. There's no one home.
I mean, it's a pretty obvious read because, again, the CTs are not going out of their way to deny vision. I mean, here we have Cobra over here. He's just lurking. I mean, he's not going to do much with it, but he's seen where the last CTs are at, so... And it looks like it's going to be the call for the save these AKs. 2 guns they did manage to kind of scrounge up, but... Again...
And then 4 from the round before.
Again, see, this is the thing that really irritates me is because... Okay... If you're not going to buy the smoke, fine, but then why are you buying something that's even more money and doing nothing with it? You bought a 5.7 instead of a smoke. They could have prevented them from making the correct call. You could have stacked off of that, gotten kills, but then you bought a 5.7, so what you're telling me is you think that you're more likely to have an impact with a 5.7 than you are to deny complete map vision of the other team. Like, what do you think you're going to do? Like, ace the whole team with a 5.7 with no armor?
I'm sorry for the but we need someone to buy a 5.7 so you know what it looks like. Those are P250s.
Okay, well, I mean, they're helping me out there in that respect, but
kind of close this time. It was closer than the P2K.
Well, they at least smoked it this time.
About time. They should have done that right off the bat every single round, though.
Yeah, even on the eco, just one person do it. Just communicate, hey, who's buying the smoke?
Yeah, as you pointed out, it's the most important piece of utility on this map. One smoke.
Yeah, it's essentially the difference between giving your team, the other team, a wall hack and playing against people who actually have the same information as you. Because you don't have the equivalent of that. When the CT cross looks at mid, you don't get that kind of information. They do. It's a one-way street. Thankfully, he's getting some kills here on that headshot angle for Cat, but 3v2, bomb is down, and Nito spots it, but he's not going to do anything with it, and that's before it's even begun. Already over. No bomb plant needed, and the economy for the T's is through the roof. Double op setup, completely luxury, but they're going to do it just because they know they're this far ahead. And just some context from the last game, they will buy troll guns and just get under people. Like, they'll buy Negevs. They're not above doing that. So
yeah, I caught a little bit of the last game. I was catching some or casting some other matches tonight. But I caught the last few moments of the last game you were casting.
Yeah, they did it both maps, just Negevs every single time. So it's a consistent kind of mind game.
Yeah, they got pretty much destroyed.
It's obviously the confidence is obviously carrying over into this series as well, so far. It has to feel good 16-0ing a team.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, that could have gone so horribly there, but they're going to at least get the... Oh!
Cobra, no. Gets the team kill.
That's really painful, but at the same time, it's still a 3 versus 3 against a double op setup. And they don't really know... I don't even think they're aware that it is a double op setup yet. I think they only think it's 1.
Yeah, I don't think... The Sentries have been playing car this entire time.
Yeah, he's been really far back in Cajun B spot, so...
He's not been spotted yet.
Yeah, so they probably figure there's at least 1 op, but they probably don't know about the second one.
I have no clue what Sentries was doing here, though. He had a perfect setup to watch Cash.
Oh, it doesn't even shoot. He switched too fast. There might have been like a Go TV hiccup there, but I didn't even hear the bullet shoot.
No, he definitely didn't shoot.
Wow. So that's a big misplay. Usually that only happens when you have super high ping. What's his ping? He has 37 ping, so I'm not really sure what that was all about, but that was a huge opportunity miss, and he's just going to have to save his op now because of that.
But as I pointed out, he had a great position over at car, and no one pushed out middle. What was he doing pushing into CT?
There was no need for it. I mean, just stack the other player mid and B, or double B, because car is so strong. Unless they have, like, so many flashes to flood over the wall with, it's so hard to flush somebody out of that position to stop you from just mowing down people across, you know, catwalk rail, or elbow, whatever you want to call it.
Well, luckily they're taking these exit frags and well,
Consolation kills,
down.
though, because look at their economy.
Yeah, it's not going to do much now, but in the long run, hopefully. I mean, in the long run,
they're being smart.
over.
Look what they're doing. Look what they're doing now. They're not investing into another op on that rebuy. And they're going to go full aggro, all 5. Oh no, this is going to end so badly for them.
Going to be a fast B push, a very fast B push indeed. Running straight in, Tony is ready with the angle. Maxing will take him out. Zealous in a good position in middle.
Oh, the other hop actually saves Day there from certain death. He was almost a sure kill there.
I can't believe this worked for them.
The 5-man AK rush? That, I mean, because they know that they saved 2 ops though.
True, but I mean, there were 2 players holding B. How they only got 1 is a mystery to me.
Well, there goes this round. He's going to manage to save an AK, not an op, unfortunately. The thing is, though, you brought up a point where you're like, okay, well, it doesn't hurt their economy now, but it will later. It will only hurt it later if they invest in the double op again, or another op again. But
yeah, that's
since
correct.
they bought AKs, they will not save for the rest of this half. So now it doesn't matter. See that?
Yeah, I don't think they had to save either unless they went full ops.
Yeah, which that would have actually blown all their money. But now look at this. I mean, now they have double hop again anyway because they scavenged them off of some of the CTs there from that setup. And
this round, the economy from Temp is just terrible.
It's all over the place. Some armor buys, some full saves. I mean, I'm not really even sure what to make about this buy, but they have some cat control, some cat presence, at least. I wouldn't really call control with a singular CZ, hoping to get pop flashed. Is even a pop flash coming? Day! Where's Day at with that flash? There's no pop flash to support this guy in this corner. He's just gonna get walked up on. What was that?
And again, what was Centris doing?
He just left his teammate to die. He just sat in a corner looking into the wall the entire round and just got shot because his teammate ditched him.
If Centris was there, playing the angle, then taking the shot and falling down to CT after the shot was landed, he could have been sitting in that corner the entire game. Once again,
what's even more confusing, where was that flash at? Like, you wouldn't have expected that flash to be in part of that catwalk setup.
Good point. Flash should have definitely been thrown in to the mix there.
Oh, they got a pretty reasonable buy on this last round, but this is not a scoreline you want to see.
Absolutely agree. At least Day getting something out of it.
Jumpy just ran straight mid with his knife out the entire way. Like, he isn't showing respect at this point. He didn't... If you look at CT spawn... Like, okay, so his teammate was already there, but that smoke was fresh. Like, he was already past that before it was smoked. He just ran straight down mid.
Yeah, that was probably the fastest mid to be.
But they managed to retake it anyways. Just getting a little bit overzealous there in the peaks.
I mean
when you're up this kind of scoreline, you can run straight down mid. Just assume everything's not being watched. Run into B. Shoot somebody from behind for free. When you're up this much.
He shouldn't be able to do that though. But once again, it's Temp not... I mean, the communication doesn't seem to be in place. And... well, they get these frags here and there, and they're string together 4 rounds, but... what does it really matter in the end if you're gonna lose? I mean, they lost 11-4 in the half.
None of these kills are impact kills.
Exactly. It's basically most of their frags are exit
Or
frags.
exits. Yeah, and actually I think you take out the exit kills, I think every one of these players is currently below 5 frags. If I recall.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them.
So they really got to get this pistol around. I mean, it goes without saying. This is the scoreline that is basically absolutely unlosable if AliGon takes this pistol around here.
If they take the pistol round AliGon, they're gonna be steamrolling through them.
Looks like a 2-1-2 split here. They're not thinking about going B. It looks like they actually want to maybe pressure mid here. They have a smoke for mid to B, and they have a pop flash for mid. HE could have done a lot more damage if he'd waited a little bit. Jumpy getting a little bit too jumpy with the HE. And there comes mid to B as expected.
Great headshot coming into play. Oof, nice job by Cobra here. Unfortunately, he only gets one.
Really good HE there from onto Jumpy there as well. They're into sight, but they're just not able to do anything.
Now it's all up to Corny and Ed. What a shot! Whoa! Great job from Kabom here.
It wasn't just the aim; it was the positioning. He stayed alive with 4 HP that entire time, just playing a headshot only angle for the entirety of that situation. That was really well done.
That's a textbook play. As you pointed out, low on HP, take a position where you can only your head will be spotted.
Yeah, so basically you have 100 HP again, essentially.
Exactly. They have to hit your head to kill you.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter if you have 2 HP or 100. You're dead either way.
Right, and here comes the force buy in retaliation of that.
First out through long.
If they get to farm all these SMG kills, it's gonna look a little bit dire here. They do get some kills though. They get 2.
Actually doing way better than expected here. On this long push.
They're gonna pick up a few, but they still have a rifle to deal with, and he's already fast on the flank here. And I don't think they expect him to be behind him this fast. He's gonna call for the rotation to be faster now. So here we go.
With Molly coming in.
Perfect Molotov.
Oh.
Even tries to put it out.
That was beautiful.
Very well played there. He's isolating the angles very well here with the smokes. He made a smoke wall, very on the spot thinking, but it doesn't matter if you get headshotted by UMP. So that was smart though. He actually made like a pseudo smoke wall on the fly. Like he knew that from that Molotov being put out from the first smoke, he would just make like a horizontal wall there and isolate the guy on ramp. But then if you just get one-shotted from the guy Cat, what does it matter? You can't win that 1v1 duel.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate.
Good on the fly thinking.
Beautiful shot
at least. But it kind of puts their money in a very precarious situation here because look at this. Some guy just bought an AK. Look at this. They're still buying. They don't know what they want to do.
Again, the communication. What is going on?
I'm seeing a repeat of what I saw the last series of this tournament. The buys are literally happening 5 seconds into the round after it's already started. That's not the level of communication you want to see on a team like this.
Especially as you pointed out, some of these players go way back to the 1.6 days.
Oh yeah, Day was on 4 Kings, and he was a very prominent player back then, back in 2004. But you're not seeing it right now. Like, where's the 15 years of like being the CPL is at right now? Like, this is not the communication you expect from a veteran player, from a veteran team.
It looks like it's going right down the dumps here for Temp.
I think it's also a bit of AliGon. Again, they have this this moral boost from just that absolutely crushing win 2-0 series that they just played like less than 10 minutes ago. So
yeah, it gets them pumped a little bit.
So this is really
for this
really good setup. But not if he gets wallbang though. That was a huge frag from Corn. But they might still get baited in here. Mag 7 though kind of shoots a little bit too slow for a position where 5 people can see you at once. That could have been a little bit better, but they might go for this retake. They could if they get an immediate kill here.
It really
Oh,
comes
they
down
want
to
it.
getting
They want it.
a fast kill. That's gonna get denied.
And at this point, oh, they're low. Does he know they're low? He's going for it.
He does have the kit.
That was a bit curious.
What was he doing?
I don't know. That was very curious crosshair placement and movement there.
He was running with his back towards the entire site to pick up a scout.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there.
Well, that was not something I would expect of our official team. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, or somebody that's up 13-5. It makes you wonder what the other team must be doing to lose to somebody that does something like that, but here we are. It's buy versus buy, albeit a very broken buy from the CTs this time around. But then again, the T's have Galil, so it's not all that great either for them. Assuming some mid control here. They've really favored this mid control over like fast plays. It's a complete contrast actually from what AliGon was doing. They had no issue changing up the pace.
Good job.
Blind kill there from
Ants,
Ants. Yeah, that was a really good kill there.
Fully blinded. Still getting it.
Going for another through the smoke there. At this point, the call has to have been made to save.
If it's not, something is wrong. They're 2 against 4. The Arbor is
9
on 9
HP.
HP.
Yeah.
They have
Although
no
you-
business doing anything else than saving here.
You could argue that the AWP is the best gun to be low HP with. Because if you hit the shot anyways, your HP is irrelevant because he'll already be dead. As, like, unless you hit, like, if you had an M4, it's not an instant kill, so he still has time to retaliate, even if you have a perfect shot on the person. So...
Correct. That being said,
But-
though,
I
it's a
wouldn't,
lot
it would be
of money to
suicidal.
throw away.
Yeah, it is. And they're getting hunted, too. Oh, but he sees... He needs support right now, but he's not going to get it. Way out of position there for that trade. Or just even to help his teammate out.
But
Not
once
really sure
again,
who to
what was
blame in
Cobra
that.
doing at window? Why was he going for the peak there?
That was very questionable aggression there.
I mean, he's low on HP, the best position to be in, we said it before, headshot position, back of plat. Even with an AWP sitting back of plat, then
They're
his
making the
teammate
same
could play
mistake.
close. I mean,
They're making the same mistake now. They did a 4-man catwalk strat, but they didn't smoke mid. Now look at this, they're all B. We're seeing a deja vu, except it's just roles reversed now. The same exact mistake being made. And you can't say, oh, it's a same round, because look at what they invested. Armor, deagle, like, everywhere.
still a P250, by the way.
No, there was like 4 deagles. That's
Yeah,
like
but
the
you were
old...
right about to say 5.7.
No, trust
I
me, not
heard
this
it.
time.
I heard it. You're almost
But-
slipping.
But anyways, there's no reason for that. At least one guy could have invested 300 for this smoke. Especially if you're going for a play like this where it relies on denying information to the other team. When does the stack work? When they walk into it. When do they not walk into it? Well, for starters, when they see like one person cross B on an eco.
Correct.
So I
Luckily,
don't really know what they thought was going to happen there, but
Well, luckily they did manage to take down 3 members from Temp.
yeah, some good exit kills, and this is actually impacting the economy here of the T's. Unlike the other scenario there that you brought up the first half, the economy here is a lot weaker for the T side this time around.
True.
They're actually still not smoking mid. It was not smoked again.
I don't really understand why you wouldn't invest. Jumpy even has a smoke, and he's in CT. What is he doing?
And there's now, okay, and I looked for a scorch mark on the ground in case it was an HE, right? And there wasn't one, so it wasn't even that.
And then, why would you smoke it that late?
That's just going to signify that you want to cross back over, and then that's just going to give you a better read. Like, look at him, he's walking into B. That just gave away that B is clear. Now look at the bomb.
Their B player just got killed. They still haven't rotated.
I'm not really sure it's like a collapse. There's just some kind of structural collapse happening here with the setup. But wait, why is... One of the players is actually looking back towards T spawn. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but the bomb is working its way into B. This is a very unusual... Korn thinks there's somebody in T spawn for some reason, but that'd be a very unusual rotation in this kind of situation. Jumpy gets one, but he's pincered at this point from spawn, ironically enough. Yeah, this literally they're losing their round because they aren't smoking mid.
Totally agree, and Temp did the same mistake. Temp actually had the chance to bring it back here.
Let's see if they throw it. There we go. Okay, so there's the smoke. Yeah. Except you're not going to like what I'm going to tell you. They didn't wait before it went off.
Yeah, I saw one of the players crossing. I think the last player who crossed actually managed
just
to...
as it balloons.
Wait.
But it doesn't matter if people can hit headshots like that on A. But we're getting kind of cornered here by the Molotov. There's actually a Molotov behind him. He couldn't step back further, but he's getting backed up here. And pretty much unlosable 1v4 here. He's probably going to go back to save the op and T-spawn. That's where it got dropped. I believe there should be an op somewhere very far back. Well, not going to happen because he's watching for the cross anyway.
That was actually a very well-played mind game from Magtic. He was playing in the smoke that the T's threw. He was positioning himself in such a way that he could get a double kill.
Yeah, using the other team's smokes against them, they just have this false sense of security, like, oh, I threw it, so why would there be somebody there? And then boom. Sparkles.
Exactly.
Or maybe not to that extent, but, you know, double kill. That works just as good. So, opening kill here from Day. It's a start. They're fully invested into this. At this point, they're saying, okay, guys, we need to just win out 16-14. That's what this buy says. So, let's see it. It's a good start so far, but they're still up against a double op setup.
What I'm seeing here, though, is not teams winning rounds because they're playing absolutely great. It's teams losing rounds because they're making huge mistakes.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, especially for this level. Like, some of these players have massive amounts of experience, especially on the Norwegian team, but we'll see. They could just have a cold start. You never know, because AliGon's already played one best of 3 already today.
Correct.
Zelos, great headshot there.
But the mistakes that AliGon made, the rounds that they've lost, comes from mistakes as well. It's not like it's only Temp. I'm not, like, biasing against...
Yeah, because I've said they've made the it's been a reversal of the mistakes. They're not smoking mid.
And that's when they lose the rounds.
Yeah, any IGL who has over 1,000 hours in this game is going to say, okay, well, if I see 3 people crossing mid, let's go long. I mean, it doesn't take much higher than a DMG to make a call like that, so I'm not really sure what they expect against a team of this caliber when they give free information like that. On both sides, it's not just one team making a mistake, it's both of them now.
I totally agree.
Okay, okay, so they go for a force buy and they go for a bit of a boost here for cat control. But they saw how many crossed again.
Once again, the smoke just not present.
Not at all. And it kind of reflects, like, you can tell that they know what the setup is from the CT side here.
Nice.
Because they know the scout, because they saw the scout cross mid. That's a good kill there. Ooh, he walled him through the back box there.
Great job by Sentries.
Great entry fragging there by Sentries, yeah.
That is getting very dangerous.
1-digs are definitely coming in, but these are non-impact kills. Unless this leads to a round win, yeah, it's just for a highlight, so it doesn't do them any good.
Okay, can you answer me this? You have undoubtedly more hours of playing CS than I have. Why would you, if you think that you hit one on long, you think that you wallbang a player on long with an ult.
Okay.
Why would you peek without a flash to throw a nade when you're low yourself?
The only thing you can attribute that to is nerves. completely honest. Overthinking it.
Yeah.
Maybe thinking there's additional players there, and that would require the nade. But if that's the case, why not just fall back and maybe right-click pop flash it or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, the right thing to do in that situation, obviously, a pop flash out with your pistol or a nade, whatever, but make sure that you flash first, at least. He
Fall back with the op and
peeks.
just hold an angle. As
Yeah,
well.
fall back or whatever, but he did the only thing that you're not supposed to do.
Good counter flashes though from AliGon. Oh, I actually thought he hit that off shot there. Very fast long control here, but Sentry's just alive now all of a sudden, just getting all these entries out of nowhere.
I will admit that we have seen some pretty good kills overall.
Oh yeah, the aim's there.
But
Of course.
I mean, the tactical play is just lacking.
I think it's more so that I hope it's more so the communication, because these are some very basic tactical mistakes that are going on. So I hope, I'm just giving them the credit because these are very experienced players and teams, that it's just because of communication. It's not because they lack a basic fundamental understanding of the game. Like, you're supposed to smoke mid on Dust2 CT side.
I was
I think
kind
it's
of
just
hoping for communication as well, but when it happens like 6-7 rounds in a row, I mean, someone have to pick up on it and say, yo, dude, get a smoke.
Maybe they think it's being smoked, I'm not sure. Nice shutdown there through the smoke, though. We need to do a 2-on-1 here.
Actually gonna walk straight up towards them. But he's stepping.
So, question. He hits that shot. Let's just pretend, Fantasyland. Okay, goes for the YouTube highlight. He hits that shot. What happens when he gets shot from the guy behind, when the op takes that long to fire again?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know, those are the kind of questions.
At that point, he must have known that either one was playing B side and one was playing CT, or both were playing CT.
I love that flash that they're just doing B-tunnel, though. Like, these are smart, they're intelligent players. Like, you can see that they know all the grenades and things like that, and they definitely have the aim, but it's so weird how they're making mistakes that their play would not indicate they would be capable of making at this level.
Totally agree.
Here comes a pop flasher to smoke. He did actually miss Zelos. That's... I'll come back to that in a minute, but... Oh,
Great shot from
shot. Yeah, good return, good return. I'm not really sure why Zelos was overextending after getting the opening kill there anyway, but...
And
do have 5 match
taking a
points.
lot of damage from that molly.
Oh, that flash. He just gave away the fact that there's only one person B.
Great double peek from short and middle. Day coming up long.
They know where the last player's at because of that flashbang he threw earlier.
Yeah, they have the information.
Yeah. They're even bothering to flash it too, because, yeah, they know. What happened there is Kabam threw a flash into B, right? Obviously, if you don't have B cleared, you don't know if there's anybody in there, the idea is, okay, I'm throwing a flash in there, so if there's somebody there, I can peek them and kill them. But the problem is that flash can be heard from so far away, it's like, oh, well, why else would you be throwing a flash in there unless you were just now re-entering the bomb site, which means there was nobody in the bomb site before, which means there's only one there now, which means we just got a free read because you decided to waste your flash.
Absolutely. Yep. It's basically the same as throwing smokes on Mirage. If you're throwing a set A take with smokes, the smokes can be heard all the way over on the B bomb side.
Yeah, so it's just like a free tell. Just a free audio cue there.
Terrorists win.
I do want to point out though, I feel like I've been, especially me, have been a bit harsh on these players, saying, well, yeah, they're playing bad, making a lot of mistakes, but I mean, let's break it down real fast, because these players are very talented players, as you said.
And they're very experienced
good.
as well.
Yeah, exactly. Very good players. A lot of hours on these players. They should know that mid needs to be smoked. Once again, they don't smoke it. What happens? 2 players flush out long. Already out long 2 players.
Free long control. They didn't even need to Like, they used no... Look at that. They have all their grenades still. They used a flash. A flash to get long.
They even know that the flank is coming in.
Sentries. Where does he keep finding these kills? And it's always headshots with this guy. It's insane. Crazy
The
entry
Tech 9,
fragger.
my brother. Tech 9.
Well, even the AK too, he was doing the same thing. It's like an insane entry fragger, but again, this is a kind of, you know, trashy buy here. I'm gonna make a little bit of it, but
But once again, this play from Temp here comes from not smoking middle.
yeah, they're getting free reads. It's I mean, I hate to be a broken record, but it's just that they're both making the same mistake.
Absolutely.
And the problem is, I don't know if it's a conscious mistake. Like, they're like, okay, guys, well, I know we're supposed to do this, but I'd rather get this 5-7 and maybe make, you know, something happen, maybe get a few headshots. Or maybe it's a lack of communication. Maybe they don't know it's not getting smoked. Maybe no one's keeping tabs on it. I don't know. It's really hard to make sense of.
Okay, let's be honest here for a second. Not smoking mid indicates two things. Either you're gonna rush middle and get some information, fast push on short, as we just saw AliGon did.
Right.
Push 2 members in middle. Or you're gonna stack A and give up the read completely.
Oh,
Even
there
if
is
you
another
stack
thing
A,
you can
you
do.
should smoke.
There is one more thing you could do, and it's a lot more gimmicky. You actually don't cross at all. You anticipate them to get the read. Then you all 5 cross just as they're entering B, and you have like basically 5 people already rotated. And just win the 5v4 retake as there's still an offer in spawn. Watching mid. It's incredibly gimmicky.
Very late mid.
Yeah,
cross.
like a super... People usually do that in save rounds, but yeah. Pretty light buy is Zeus, okay. There's Zeus on Zelos here. Let's see what he does with it. Is no longer completely overpowered. Since the kill reward was, oh, there goes the Zeus. So much for that.
But Temp actually bringing it back here and making it quite interesting. But as you pointed out, AliGon, a bunch of map points here.
Yeah, and really this was a, you know, taser, I mean, not a real buy. So, the next round will tell a lot more. And even after that, they'll still afford like a reasonable kind of force buy, kind of. Depending how they spend their money this round. If they buy FAMASs instead of... Okay,
They're gonna go full out.
They're going all in, okay. I was gonna say they could have eked out 2 buys if they'd just gone FAMASs with utility, but they're going completely all in.
That means that they need, if they lose this one, they need to eco next one.
They're doing the HE cross now, by the way. They're gonna do that instead. I saw it land.
Well, at least they're doing something. And as we pointed out, a smoke or an HE doesn't really matter as long as you cover your ass when you're moving towards B.
Right. And see, now look at this. You can see on the T setup on the minimap, there's no favoritism now. Look at how spread out they are because they don't have the read anymore. They don't have the free wall hack.
Exactly, and they're covering every single angle. Covering top tunnels, covering a long push, waiting for some cat information.
Yeah. All at the cost of just a single HE, just $300.
That's really what this game is about. Have your enemy keep guessing for as long as possible as a T, and then explode towards the side. Or getting some early frags, obviously, trying to gather some information yourself.
Here comes the execution here. This is going to be huge. And they have the utility to flash him off this car spot, but they're not using it. They're just going to give him free kills.
I mean, now the flashes are coming in, but it's
That's
way
too
too
late.
late.
Unless Ants can do something insane with this, but no, Kabam's already behind him. Okay, yeah. They have to make something magical happen. Sentries down to a 1-on-2.
Sentries is capable of winning these clutches.
Go for the peek here.
Nope, not this time, unfortunately for him.
Completely outclassed there. It was a good attempt there, and they definitely did put up a fight towards the end, coming back. But
he did the right thing. He was trying to take the one-on-one engagement rather than going for, okay, they're gonna flood him and he's done.
Yeah, and get pincered. They can get pincered, yeah. But at least they made it competitive. This is not a 16-0 map 1, at least. So We'll be going to map 2 very shortly here. And what map was that?
Map 2 is gonna be Inferno.
Okay, good stuff. So we'll actually get to see AliGon play again on Inferno.